Hello, survivors! A new week brings a new episode of The Garage. Today, you'll learn 3 thrilling announcements on different aspects of the game, what old weaponry serves as the basis for the biggest cannons of the wastes, why not all Navalyashkas are equally useful, and much more. No time to explain. Let's go! Survivors, there's a blast of spring updates coming to Crossout. Some of them have already happened, others have just started and will gain traction in the future. In this episode, we'll analyze 3 updates: Scanner, Basic Record, and new raid scenarios. You might have already noticed this fancy device in the store. It allows detecting goods on the combat field, invisible to the unaided eye, and thus getting more reputation. Unlike those flimsy devices everyone used before the virus breakout, this one has charged for no less than 30 days. There's no off button, and you don't need it, frankly speaking, because this thing is always on. Additionally, the device opens up a daily challenge for 20 coins and expands resource limit by 50%. Survivors can buy the set an unlimited number of times, and activation time is summarized. Scanner activity is controlled by a special icon to the left of the portrait, while the device can be bought in Premium tab of the game store. Such inventions seriously inspire performing combat field exploits. Looking forward to boosting your achievements in front of your friends? In Survivor's Basic Record, there's now a summary tab. Here, you can get a full specter of latest stats, including raids and Leviathan's info, faction loyalty level, number of fights, average number of killings, and created parts. Finally, you can familiarize yourself with the record of other players. For that, you'll just have to right-click the required nickname in the friend list or in the game chat and then select the corresponding option. The most important changes have happened to raids. Cooperating with other survivors in search of valuable loot, any Waste's inhabitant can take part in grasping the mission. Previously, such raids were all about cargo escort from point A to point B, while also shooting off enemies. It's now time to get to the next level. Players are now in for full-fledged missions with dynamic conditions. Each of the currently planned scenarios has its own plot. Imagine this. A group of Waste's inhabitants has managed to launch one of the drilling stations left from the past. This changes the region's state of affairs, which by no means works for influential raiders of rival factions. A direct hit will undoubtedly aggravate the conflict, but the reinforcement of the band has to be stopped. A daring plan is born, not only destroying the mining hub, but also stealing the already available oil. A team of daredevils has to infiltrate the dangerous region, destroy the guards, ensure the work of the platform to get the last party of black gold, and haul away the oil. You need energy in the process, and the employer recommends searching for working energy boxes in the garbage piles around. That's what scavengers usually do. Needless to say, the leader will furiously fight for the oil extraction. It's a matter of survival for him. Like this plot? This is one of the new PVE scenarios. Players will have to take part in every one of the stages. The story isn't left behind the screen. You're right in the center of it. Sneak entry, dealing with the tax, concerted effort on finding resources, fighting the boss in the end. This is the experience we're striving for. In the upcoming updates, we plan on realizing 5 dynamic PVE scenarios. We'll try to tell you about every one of them. Subscribe to learn more from the upcoming episodes of The Garage. Waiting for the next episode on the past of Crossout parts? We again remember the good old days and tell you which weaponry played a crucial part in the survivor's arsenal of today. We've come to cannons. Avenger 57mm is a tough, powerful, and easy model which doesn't require any special skills to manage. Its barrel may be installed on a turning turret, and then you have Lil Boy 6LB, one of the most favorite weapons of survivors. survivors. We suppose that its forefather is English anti-tank cannon QF 6-pounder Mark II. It looked like this. Its most popular analog was Soviet ZIS-3. It did the trick. There are specimens of this cannon in nearly every city ruins, often lots of them, intact or broken. They were remade into Judge's 76mm. Barrels were shortened to decrease recoil, and now they serve scavengers and stepping wolves. There's also a turret version called Fat Man. And this is the Executioner, a legendary weapon. Judging by its construction, there's a German Flak 36 barrel in its bases. It's usually installed on a sound turret with a small turning angle. A full turning turret with a shield is called Mammoth. Most survivors know Tsunami. They either wanted this cannon or didn't know how to handle it or got lots of damage from it. It's very accurate, powerful weapon created especially for long-range shooting. It only turns at certain angles with the help of a makeshift set, and usually uses a blast diffuser for compensating the recoil. Archives say that before Crossout, there was a similar model called the M68A1E4, which was installed on American Stryker armored cars. In the meanwhile, this tank cannon was created based on English Royal Ordnance L7. Finally, as a little Easter egg, Scavengers Riders Ride. Doesn't it remind you of anything? Hell yeah! Those Dodges were obviously inspired by a Ford F1 1950. Scar AB would have approved such love for proven classics. New and unusual crafts is exactly what you need to diversify your impressions of waste fights. A selection of the most folk rides from the exhibition in the new episode of Test Drive. Frankly, we're quite disappointed with this one. Remember Backflipper, which was so powerful with cannons that it managed to turn in the air and get back on all four wheels? It even had a Harvest modification with a similar concept. Well, we thought we'd found its brother in the Valyashka. Happiness was ceaseless. Around construction and two Avengers looking backwards seemed to speak louder than words. Expectation. The ride shoots and turns on the recoil. Never stuck anywhere as a true tumbler. Reality, nothing like that. About a third of 10 shots end with "The ride is upside down" inscription. An additional cannon salvo solves the problem. One more impulse gets the craft back on the wheels. That's kind of funny, but also bitter. Turns out, the ride doesn't work without reserve, neither as a toy, nor as a true war machine. It just might be something more powerful than Avengers should have been installed. Nah, forget it. Neutrino scope is a quite underestimated part, especially combined with powerful and accurate weapons, such as Scorpion Pulse Accelerator. Look at how this tandem works in battle. You can even feel pity for the enemy. 2 levels of closing in marked weak spots. The deadly force of a simultaneous shot of 2 guns, nearly always shooting through the armor. We aren't astrologists, but getting in the crosswires of this craft definitely doesn't promise you anything good. Spidey also looks surprisingly stylish. A kinda hell chariot straight from your darkest nightmares. Under the hood, of course, it's fireworks. Blue, purple, orange details. It's not for newbies. Speed and acceleration are in the average, which is tolerable, while 746 points of durability with 10,500 points of power are a bit disappointing. You don't want to get into the middle of a fight. You'll be scored off real quick. Frankly, there's nothing to fight with in the close-range battle. Loco's blade won't deal much damage to a tough enemy. We get it why survivors were liking and uploading this craft in the garage. It's hard to pass him by, but the drawbacks, as well as the space for improvement, are still here. Well, that's it for today, survivors. fight, train, design, and trade. See you in a week right here in the garage. Tell your friends about the show if you like it and leave your comments. We're always ready to hear you out. Be seeing ya.